What's an appraisal? Appraisal is a method to determine the value of a home. And why is that important? It makes sure you don't pay too much for that home, and it makes sure that the lender isn't going to lend more than it should on a home. How does that come into play? If you make an offer on a house and it's a $500,000 house and you agree to pay asking price and your lender gets the appraised value back and it's $490,000. Well, they're only going to lend $490,000 because they lend the lesser of the price of the house or the appraised value. So in that case, you have to go back to the negotiating table with the seller and say, hey, the value only came in at $490. Will you reduce the price of the house? And a lot of times that's what they have to do, because if they don't do it with you, they're going to have to do it with the next person trying to buy the house. The other thing to consider is if you want a house really bad and it's a competitive market and you offer over asking. So say that same $500,000 house is you have to bid $515,000 for. Well, you better be prepared to pay an extra $15,000 on top of your down payment and closing costs to cover that gap. Because again, the lender is only going to lend on the value of the home. So in that instance, it's on you to do it. Another place that getting an appraisal can benefit you is if you do a loan with 3.5% down on an FHA or 5% down and you have private mortgage insurance on your loan. You can't get rid of that till your house is, the LTV or loan to value of your house is below 80%. So if you've been in the house a few years and you've seen your house value increase, then it makes sense to pay to have an appraisal done and get rid of that. Sometimes it's a few $100s a month on your monthly payment that you'll reduce because you get rid of that private mortgage insurance. That's a short explanation on appraisal. There's obviously a lot more to it, but this should at least get you enough information to be able to shop intelligently. Thanks for watching.